quickly. There is no issue. If you want me to do, I will do it. Or you want to try? Do you want me to start solving?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Okay. I will read this question. Anjali made a quilt that is a 4 feet by 5 feet. That means it is a rectangle,
Yes.
right? She has 10 square feet of fabric to create a border around the quilt. You make a gadi and you make a 4 by 5 feet of gadi is there, and you have a 10 square feet fabric which you want to put it around that gadi. That is called quilt. How wide should she make the border to use all the fabric? Tell me, this question is of what type? You have done in 10th standard. Is it AP? Is it a trigonometric question? Is it a quadratic question? Polynomial question? What kind of question it is?
It is the length and breadth question.
Length and breadth, but by which method you can solve this? Quadratic. Now I will explain to you. I will share the whiteboard now. So you will understand how do I explain things like, okay. I will share the screen. I will share my whiteboard. Okay. Now what I said, it is a quilt 4 by 5 feet. So I will draw the screen. This is the screen. This is the size. When I say 4 by 5 feet, that means this must be length because this is longer and this is 4 feet, correct? Now I want to make I have got 10 square feet fabric, 10 square feet fabric, which I want to put it around this. I put a dotted line, so to differentiate, I can make other color also. That means I have to put it around this 10 square feet. So if I extend this, extend this, extend this, I'll also extend this, I'll also extend this. Now what do you realize here? Let us say whatever increase is there, and there is equal length on all the sides. Let's say if this is X, this is also X. If this is X, this is also X, because the border is of the same length and breadth. So this is also X, this is also X, this is also X, and this is also X. Okay. Now, what is my this fabric? This outside fabric is X by X on all around this rectangle, right? Area they have given 10 square feet. That means I have to find the area of this border. So what is area? What is now total triangle? Total triangle. This will be 4. This side will become 4 plus 2x, because it will increase x on this side, x on this side, and this length will become 5 plus 2x. If I subtract the area of 4 plus 2x into 5 plus 2x minus 4 by 5, what is the area of this rectangle? 4 into 5, which is nothing but 20 square feet. And what is the outside, including quilt? Total area of rectangle is nothing but 4 into 5, which is nothing but 20 square feet. When the quilt is added with the fabric, so what is the fabric area? Fabric area they have given 10 square feet. And this is nothing but, actual area is 4 plus 2x into 5 plus 2x minus 4 into 5. If I subtract the entire area, I am talking about this entire area, including the fabric, minus the area of this rectangle, I will get the area of a fabric. Correct or no? I will explain again. This is the area of a rectangle 4 by 5 into 20. When I am adding a fabric around this quilt, I have, let's say that length is x added here, x added here. So total length, breadth will be 4 plus 2x and length will be 5 plus 2x. So that means quilt with fabric is nothing but 4 plus 2x and 5 plus 2x. If I subtract this from, if I subtract 4 into 5 from this, I'll get the area of the fabric, which is nothing but 10 square feet. So 4 plus 2x into 5 plus 2x minus 4.5. So when I multiply, I get 20 plus 10x plus 8x plus 4x square minus 20 is equal to 10. This 20 and this 20 cancels and I get 4x square plus 18x minus 10 equal to 0. What do you realize? This is nothing but your quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. If I divide it by 2, I can get here 2x square plus 9x minus 5 minus 5 equal to 0. You can find the factor now. We know that this is x is equal to minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Whatever the value of x I will get here, that is nothing but the length and breadth of the fabric. That was our question, no? How much length, how much the size of the fabric we are using? Border. What is the border we are using? I will again share the question here. Look here. Anjali made a quilt that is 4 feet by 5 feet. She has 10 square feet of fabric to create a border around the quilt. How wide should she make the border? So once we find, where are you there? Your video is on. Hello. Hello.
Yes.
Your video is off, I think. Hello. Meher. Hello. Yes, Meher, can you hear me? Yes, can you hear me? Hello.
I think she's disconnected. Just a minute. Yes.
Meher is coming. Meher is there coming. Yes, yes. So you understood? Once we, this is a quadratic equation, and once you find the value, that will be the wide border of the fabric. Is that clear to you?
Yes. And
Or
yes,
you have,
sir.
or you have any doubt about it?
No, I understood everything.
You understood?
Yes.
Okay. We'll take one question from physics.
Okay.
Just so I'll give the explanation for the physics also. Okay. See, can we read question number 2? A ball of mass 0.2 kg rests on a vertical post of height 5 meter. There is a ball which has got a mass of 0.2 kg, rests on a vertical post of height 5 meter. A bullet of mass 0.0 kg traveling with a velocity v meter per second in a horizontal direction hits the center of the ball. After the collision, the ball and the bullet travel independently. The ball hits the ground at a distance of 20 meter and the bullet at a distance of 100 meter from the foot of the post. Calculate the velocity v of the bullet. Can you understand this question?
Yes.
I think probably you will have some question in physics. I think it was there in 9th standard, not in 10th standard, but it was there in 9th standard. Right?
Yeah.
A ball has 0.2 kg mass, 0.2 kg and height is 5 meter. A bullet of mass, what is the bullet mass is 0.01 kg. And the ball hits the ground at a distance of 20 meter and the bullet at a distance of 100 meter. So I will first explain to you. So I will take that screen. I will share the screen with you. Okay, I will clear this. Okay. Now, if you see, there is a ball lying on the, where it is lying? On the post. So I have a post like, see, this is the post. What is the height of this post? 5 meter. So this is 5 meter. And there is a, let us say a ball is here. And you hit a bullet. What is the mass of the ball? This is 0.2 kg. And what is the mass of the bullet? 0.01 kg. Once the bullet hit, and you can take, this is the ground level. This is the ground level. The ball will, it falls somewhere here and your bullet falls somewhere here. This is your bullet. This is your ball. And what is the distance? This is 20 meter. And where this falls, this is 100 meter. Okay. What we want, what is the velocity of the bullet? V is the velocity of the bullet. Correct? So, you know the ball is here. You have heard this formula. H is equal to ut plus half gt square. You have heard about it?
Yes.
Okay. So when what is the height given? What I will get from here, and the ball is mass 0.2 kg. This height is 5 meter. G is, I will take 10 meter per second for calculation per second square. So height is 5 meter. U is 0 because ball is at rest. See, it is lying somewhere here. It is at rest at this height. This is the post. So this is 0. This is half. This is 10 into t square. 2 5s are 10. So t square is nothing but 5 by 5, which is nothing but 1. So t is nothing but 1 second. Okay. Time. When the ball hits, it is 10 seconds, right? So what is the velocity of the ball? Velocity of the ball is nothing but distance upon time. So it is, what is the distance? It falls here 20 meter. So it will be 20 upon 1, which is nothing but 20 meter per second. Okay. What is the velocity of bullet? Which is nothing but 100 meter upon 1, which is nothing but 100 meter per second. If I go back to the question and I'll show you what they are asking, so you will understand. They are asking, the ball hits the ground at a distance of 20 meter and the bullet at a distance of 100 meter from the foot of the post. Calculate velocity V of the bullet. Okay. Calculate velocity V of the bullet. So now we'll go back to hello. Yes. Now this was the have you understood what is the momentum?
Yes.
There is called initial momentum. Initial momentum is equal to final momentum. Final momentum. which is nothing but m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2. There are two bodies, bullet and the ball. So u1 is, let us say, velocity of your bullet, and v1 is u2 is the velocity of your ball, and after they collide, this becomes your final velocity. Okay, but the see ball is at rest. So I will have, what is m1? 0.2 into 0 plus, what is velocity of bullet? Mass is 0.01. 0.01 into v2, u2, un and u2. Okay, so this is nothing but your bullet, and mass m1 and v1. This is the final velocity after collision. That is what we calculated here, which is nothing but your 0.2 into 20 plus, I will take the next this thing. I will write this m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2. Actually, these are initial velocities of bullet and the ball. So ball is at rate, so m1 is nothing but your 0.2 into 0 plus m2 is nothing but 0.01 into u2. m1 is again 0.2 into v1, which is nothing but your 20 meter per second. m2 is nothing but 0.01 into 100. Okay, this part is 0, so I get, this is basically nothing but velocity of the bullet starting, when it is starting. So 0.01 u2 is equal to, when I multiply this is 0.2 into 20, right? If I multiply by 100 on both the sides, so this 0.01 will go. So I will write this is this is 4 plus 1. I will multiply this equation by 100. So this will become u2 is equal to 400 plus 100, which is nothing but your 500 meter per second. This is the velocity of bullet. The velocity with which it is traveling to hit the ball. So here there are two things. One is that we calculated the time here. Look here, we calculated the time here for both after they hit the ball. After they hit the ball, we calculate the velocity of the ball after they hit it. Initial velocity of the ball is 0, and we wanted to find the velocity of the bullet before it hits the ball. So we use this momentum. Initial momentum is equal to final momentum, and that is how we calculate the velocity of the bullet before it hits the ball, which is nothing but 500 meter per second. Did you understand clearly, or do you have any doubt?
Yes, sir, I understood clearly.
No problem.
No problem.
So when you look at the question, you have to always first understand the question, what is given to you, and based on that you need to do the calculation part, whether they are in the same unit. If they are not in the same unit, you have to convert into same unit. Let us say if they are not into kgs, you have to, if they are given in gram, so you have to convert into kilogram, right? This is how in most of the time I will trying to teach you that what are the application of these, what you are going to learn. Okay, because I come from an industry background, so I always think that why are you learning it and where are the applications? Those practical applications I will be always telling you. Any question you want to ask?
No, sir, I understood clearly.
No problem. That means the way I explain, you understand clearly. That is not a problem.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, sir. Mahapatra, sir. Hello. I will just see whether.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You can talk to her.
Yeah, I'll just stop the recording 1 minute.
Yeah.
How to stop it? Record. Please request the recording from the meeting host. Okay. Can you, Pradeep sir, can you stop the recording? I am not able to stop. You can stop.
1 minute.